3 to 4 days back, many of you may have seen this news in the newspaper or in the news channel or anywhere. Means intervention or intervenor application filed by CAPF aspirants for EWS result declaration. So, if we see the date, then notification of CAPF 2019 published on 20th of April 2019 means on 20th of April this year, it will complete 3 years and still there is no result declaration of EWS candidates of CAPF 2019. CAPF or any other examination introduced for the first time EWS criteria in 2019. UPSC conducts many examination like CSE, uh, other examination, for example, for defense and other, but mainly EWS criteria is qualified in civilian job, in defense, for example, NDA and other. This is not there. So why there is delay? So candidates, aspirants, those who are affected have filed an intervention or intervenor application. If you see the rough idea about the case or for example, notification published on 20th of April 2019. Your written examination held on 18th of October 2019. Interview held on means interview held from 2nd November to 27th of November 2020 and result published on 5th of February 2021. Means those candidates who got result, in the sense कि 264 candidates got the result, their result published on 5th of February 2021. And those 264 candidates, those who were willing, they are already going to training. Different forces called them for training on different time. Some already completed 4 months, some completed 2 months, depending on every force is calling for on different time. If we see number of vacancy, initially when application was invited, then vacancy was 323, then vacancy was increased to 325, and finally it was 330. So 330 vacancy were there. Out of that, 264 results were published, means 66 vacancy are still there. And in the result, it was written key for EWS 30 seats are there and 70 seats were kept under reserve list. Out of 76, 35 were of general category, 34 were kept in OBC, and 1 in ST. Obviously, if 70 reserve list candidates have been kept, then all 70 is not published. Generally, what happens ki half of the candidate, since 66 vacancy still is there, then 30 candidate under this category and 35 or 36 candidate under reserve list category will be published. So intervention report or intervenor report, intervention application or intervenor application is the application which is filed before Supreme Court to intervene in the case. Intervene in the case in the sense ki we are helping to solve the case, to help either in terms of oral representation or in terms of documentary evidences or support whatsoever is possible to solve the problem. No doubt, those candidates of EWS are facing a lot of problem, dilemma, and the things ki your batchmates are going to training. If this situation remains, then one day they will complete the training and there is no hope when case will be final. If you see the present case of present situation of the SLP filed before Supreme Court. This is the summary. It is a diary number 26645 2020, means year wise it is 2020. Diary number this filed on 4th of December 2020. Okay. Case number SLP 000426 2021, registered on 7th January 2021, verified on 16th January 2021. Last listed word, it was hoped कि on 8th of March it will be cleared. It was under Justice Indra Banerjee and Justice J.K. Maheshwari, but no decision was taken. So tentatively case may be listed or likely to be listed on 21st of April 2022. But what is happening? It is computer generated date, and every time last 1 year, at least uh, 20 times they have just gave tentatively, unless otherwise there is proper intervention, either senior Supreme Court lawyer or political pressure or mass protest is going to happen, then sometime some cases are pending. You are already knowing the condition of Indian judiciary. Indian judiciary has pending of more than 3 crore cases, but here it is not only the stake of candidates, it is also the credibility of UPSC and credibility of Supreme Court. When, for example, in general, if we see in normal 66 aspirants, 66 gazetted officers result is pending. UPSC, one of the most respected recruitment agency in the world, means the most trusted, which is having proper specified calendar, unless otherwise things are going in unexpected way, it is taking examination, even if the date is on holiday, even if there is flood, even if there is cyclone, whatsoever is happening, UPSC is conducting. If only we have seen during the pandemic, COVID-19 pandemic, UPSC has change the date of examination. So if the examination or the body which is conducting examination is so credible, why not it is taking initiative on declaring the result? Since every candidate is not capable to pay the fee of the advocates, lawyers, what happened? Many candidate missed the interview. But when some of them contacted me, then I said, yes, this is the advocate, you can contact him. The person said, every hearing 25,000 I'll charge. This is means 1.5 year back the situation was, and it is not sure how many hearing will take place and when you will get the date and all other things. So a individual candidate cannot pay that hefty amount. Yes, many candidate in group, for example 30 candidate in group paid, for example 4,000 each, then 4,000 is not a big amount. Obviously for many it is a big amount. So the things ki still it is not taking decision. So on that ground, it was intervention or intervenor report is filed before Supreme Court, means to intervene in the case. It is taking too much delay because 3 years will pass on 20th of April, when application was invited. In general, UPSC completes its process in 12 to 18 months in general. When application is invited, 12 to 16 18 months they complete the process of declaration of final result. Yes, after result in different examination, different time duration is there when actual training starts. So in this case, for example, obviously one link I think is missing. I have invited some candidates in the sense I said yes, you should contact me, but there were not many interested candidates. See the things now, you have seen EWS case when NEET exam was concerned, then there were so many stakeholders of that, thousands of stakeholders in that. Here, very few candidates are there. So in medical, there were so many doctors, so many politicians, so many businessmen, whose kids were there to take admission in prestigious medical colleges and any medical college. So Supreme Court gave interim relief. Then if that is happening, and if it is happening, for example, petitions were filed in Supreme Court to quash the exam result of CSE, means Civil Services IAS exam 2020, but it did not, because there is clout, there is representation. So why Supreme Court is not giving same ground in this examination, and at least declare the result of those candidates who are under merit list, and after that, whatever constitutional provisions, whatever constitutional issues are there, they should decide for further batch. If Supreme Court is doing for one examination, then they should have done for this examination also. So it was just a thing ki, when result will come, when things will happen and all. So one thing you can do, those candidate who are affected for this examination, uh, you can do ki na, ki you, if you are knowing, or if your family member, your friends, some near and dear are knowing, for example, any Lok Sabha member or Rajya Sabha member of opposition, obviously ruling party will not take much interest in this type of thing. This is almost sure. But take any vocal member of parliament. Just I'm taking example name of, for example, Professor Manoj Kumar Jha. He is raising issue of different thing. Obviously, he is in opposition party. I'm not having any proper attachment with that person, but sometime I hear his speech in his question raised in Rajya Sabha. Then obviously he is a professor in Delhi University. For example, Professor Ram Gopal Verma and sorry, Professor Ram Gopal Yadav. So there are many. Just I take two example. You will find many such person. So if you belong to any place, you know any person who has approach, or directly if you can give petition to any member who can raise your issue in parliament, then please try on that ground. In that case, you will get confidence also ki, yes, I talked to a member of parliament regarding my representation. You are going to be a gazetted officer. Obviously you should not be involved in political issue, but this is the things ki you can do. Another thing you can do, you can ask or you can represent your case to any reputed journalist. You should send mail, or you have direct access, either through your family friend or someone. For example, many of you are having, for example, some of you are having a son or daughter of a reputed civil servant, or maybe politician, or maybe businessman, or maybe any person who has having access to those either journalist or members of parliament and all. So you can do the things. Ki media is the place which is representing different issue, which is discussing different issue. So on individual level, obviously, whatsoever court process is there, then group collective effort is there. But on individual level, if you are affected, then you should try. If things are going in, for example, parliament, or if it is coming to national media on many national media on many platform for some time, then maybe some pressure will be created, some awareness will be created. Just I'm taking example, what Tina Davi is doing. Every newspaper, every news media, every news platform is uh, publishing, and they are not taking even 24 hours waiting. Just they are getting news and they are publishing. Then your issue is of genuine, your issue is of genuine concern. So try from your level what is possible. So hope key intervention or intervener application will have some impact, and Supreme Court will take cognizance, and it will take some decision. And for those aspirants who are, for example, preparing for 22, 23, or whatsoever, you give your best, try to give your level best. If you have any questions, query, doubts, you can put your message on this WhatsApp number 8527146498 or 7404909669. The aspirants of future years, for example, this year 22, 23, give your best. Those who are in a general list, or in the sense those who were not of EWS, good result, but due to EWS also, for example, general OBC 1 ST reserve list is there, so that is also pending. So 66 aspirants is not a small, and that too unguested, but hope things will be okay. Okay, thank you.